How you going, people? Okay, I don't know how many videos people need to see that arguing with the cops 99 times out of 100 does not turn out the way that you think it's going to turn out. You are going to lose on the streets, fight your battles with the cops in court. I mean, I don't have a problem with people standing up their rights, Second Amendment audits, First Amendment audits. I get it. And I think those are, when they're done the right way, they can be productive and they hold government accountable. And I don't mind you exercising your right, saying, hey, I don't think you have a right to ask for my ID. But yelling, start getting in a guy's face, making a disturbance, it just never turns out. This guy gets arrested and fights with all these cops and gets all these charges when he could have just left. He had several options. He could have just left. He could have said, you know what, here's my ID, do what you need to do. I didn't do anything wrong. But instead, he wants to argue with his girl wants to argue with him, he wants to argue with the cops, they want to argue with her, and you get into this circular logic of argue to where nobody wins, and at the end of the day, when nobody wins, government always wins. Government never loses. When nobody wins, government never loses. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Okay, but he's not going to hold me.
Okay, Laura.
I'm a man just like you, man.
Right, so you need to wait.
Please, you got too much to lose these days.
Show some respect so I can show you.
Now, this woman is pretty level-headed most of the time and is trying to calm him down and trying to keep him in check. And she seems like, I mean, she's just beside herself at the end of this. And I'm not sure, well, you be the judge on whether she can handle it better or cause this.
Show some respect.
No. You know how police officers are. Sir. I'm just trying.
So she's put her hands on him twice already, which I don't think is necessary. If you put your hands on somebody, you better be authorized to use force. I don't think she's authorized to use force on him. So if I was his defense attorney, that would be my number one defense. This officer assaulted him, made contact with him when there was no justification and no need. So that would be my first defense for this guy. But he blows any other defense because of his actions.
We finna leave. We finna leave. Okay, go, baby. You don't get to.
Okay, so they both want to leave, and now the cops are like, no, because there's a disturbance. There's something about money, who didn't pay, who said something, whatever. And they're arguing about this, and I mean, it's just so much is ruined because of the argument. And I mean, I don't think this guy's a bad guy, and I don't think she's a bad woman. But they just handle it so wrong, and now they're going to end up losing in court. And again, this isn't a color issue. This is a behavior issue. This guy's behavior escalates this. Now, you can say it's a cop's behavior because they could have left. Once cops are called to investigate either not paying or disturbance, or if you're trespassing, they're going to detain, figure out if they have a larger crime, or figure out if, you know what, the person who's claiming to be the victim just says, kick them out of the store, we don't want to press charges. And then all you gotta do is leave. I mean, these cops are not here saying, gee, let's just hang around so we can get a whole bunch of paperwork, so we can get a complaint, so we can get called racist, so we can have to justify why we did what we did, so we can have to write up medical reports, so we can be tied up for the rest of the night doing paper when we'd rather be doing nothing. Cops don't go to scenes with that in their mind. I know you people who aren't cops don't understand that, but I'm telling you, cops will avoid paper like avoid getting shot. So they do not normally want to get in a big bucket like this where there's a bunch of crap that they're going to be writing paper all night.
Let me tell you real quick.
For what?
Okay, let me explain to you. When I came in here, I was sitting outside for 20 minutes, and when I came in here.
So see, a few minutes ago, she was pushing him this way. Now she's moving in front of him and blocking his path. Are these two detained or are they not detained? I don't know. How are they supposed to know? I'm watching a video. I don't know. Are they free to leave? I'm thinking no, because she just blocked his path. If he's detained, why is he detained? I don't know.
I asked for a corporate number, and I looked at them. They didn't want to give me any information. He asked me whether he was serving bacon. He said, let me come back in and sit there making omelets because they said they're
They
not
weren't
serving.
asking me to leave.
When he came
They
back
never asked me
in,
to leave.
he said that they're not serving bacon.
So he's saying they never asked me to leave. It sounded like she told him that they're saying he was trespassing for not leaving. So they probably got loud with the employees. They started arguing, and the employees called the cops. Again, these two could leave at any time. That's their biggest downfall. When you go to court, when somebody can say, all you had to do was leave, you chose to stay. Now, someone else can say they were detained. The cops wouldn't let them leave. Well, that may be true, too. I'm not sure.
Because I'm back.
So he said that he got
just lied on me.
irate with him because he asked him, he said, I don't want bacon, I want omelet. So at that point, I'm like, can I just get a corporate number? Nobody will give me, he told me his name was John. She said she don't have to give me her number.
I can tell by this dude's attitude right now, look, he wants to leave. He don't want any problems. Let's get him out of here. This is where I kind of blame the cops for escalating, because they want to show, no, this is our scene. We got called. You ain't leaving. We're going to, you know what? You made us come and put out our donuts, so now we're going to make you stay till we're finished. It's not up to you no more. We're in charge. You're not in charge. It's not a color thing. It's a behavior thing. It's a police mentality behavior, and it's a loud, I'm going to get in your face, you can't talk to me that way behavior. It's a behavior thing, not a color thing.
There's no, I've been in business for 50 years. Right down the street here. That's not how you deal with customers. If I'm asking for a number,
That's true though.
and
I saw the whole thing.
exactly. So what am I?
This lady sounds reasonable. This guy sounds a little agitated, but he still seems pretty reasonable. He's not being a jerk. He's not getting in the cop's face. He's not pointing. He's not threatening. He ends up going to jail and getting hurt and tased, and punched.
What am I supposed to do? So she still won't give me her name. That's not what you're doing a business. I want her name and his name so I can call corporate.
He's yelling. Your officer is yelling at you. I'm not yelling right now. No, I'm not.
Ain't nobody said they was yelling at anybody. The lady was here the whole time.
Yeah.
But if you yelling,
Again, I'm looking at this guy's behavior. He's not threatening. He's not aggressive. He's not being a jerk. They're having a conversation. They both want to leave. He's asked her 3 times to leave. Why can't they leave? Because these two cops are like, you ain't leaving? I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what he's saying. The cops aren't communicating. Either they're detained or they're not. If they're detained, look, I'm going to cite you for trespassing. Let's go outside and get out of here. They stay in this closed quarter. They keep it inside to wherever it's at. They don't separate this woman from the employees so they can take separate statements and calm things down. They let them stay together until it escalates. I mean, I'm more at fault on the cops for not using their head and handling it better than these two knuckleheads for not leaving or handling it better.
But she was here the whole time.
Yeah.
She was here the whole time.
if you yell at me, I'm gonna yell back.
He's not cooperating with me or any of my other officers. I'm not done yet.
But you disrespected him. But no, wait a minute, but you disrespected
No, I did
him.
not.
Yes, you did.
He would not
Yes,
stop
you did.
talking.
You just hollered at
You
him.
stop talking.
You just hollered at him.
I did holler
Okay,
because
that's why.
I'm in the middle of an investigation
That's
for a
why.
possible death threat.
And nobody
So when I
death
tell
threat
you-
him.
okay.
Did anybody hear him death
No.
threat?
Listen, man. That's
No,
why I'm
no.
investigating.
Okay.
And I'm posting this whole thing I'm posting.
Nobody's
Nobody's death threat nobody. He came in here yelling. He came in here yelling.
Sir, don't grab me, sir. Please, please, sir, don't grab me, sir.
No, please.
There was no.
So this guy put his hands on him. He's like, dude, don't touch me. I don't want to be touched. He's right. The female officer already pushed him twice. This would be my big defense here, is they haven't controlled these guys. They haven't told them to stand. They haven't stopped them. And then they want to come up and start grabbing on them and pushing them around.
Death threat.
Can you just talk to him? Can you talk? Can you just listen to me?
Okay, well, don't grab me, sir. That's all I'm asking.
So I need you to understand.
I'm listening. Don't grab me.
And I want
I don't want to see
That's why
you.
you just stop talking. And then
Why?
Because, sir,
I'm not done
you screamed at him.
Why do you gotta
want
talk?
my
Why
ID?
did you scream at him like that?
Asked for the ID, and he's getting his ID out. Meanwhile, we have more officers showing up. We have more gang mob mentality from the government. We're in charge. We're in power.
Will you let me finish so you can hear the whole? Will you let me finish so you can hear the whole conversation?
He's still hollering though.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
See this guy grab him and yank him back? All he's trying to do is saying, quit hollering at us. Now, Could he have handled it better? If and butts and coconuts. I mean, that's not the point. I think the cops were out of control here, and the cops escalated this, and they didn't handle it well. So now the cop haters will be loving me, saying I'm great, and all the cop lovers will be like, oh, Rick, you're just picking on the cops. You don't know what you're talking about.
Why? Ain't nobody do nothing.
Why y'all doing that?
Ain't nobody do nothing.
He didn't do anything.
Hold on.
Nardo, just let them do what they gonna do. Nardo! Let them do what they gonna do!
I'm not resisting. Why you doing all that?
Nardo!
Why you doing all that, man?
And tell him
I'm not even
I'm just
resisting.
trying to calm him down.
Now remember, this started when the guy reached and was giving them their ID, and a cop yelled at his wife. You know, as a cop, we used to be able, you have to give people their dignity, and you can't come in like stormtroopers. You don't want to embarrass a guy in front of his wife. You don't want to embarrass him in front of his kids. You don't want to treat people bad to where they feel like, you know what, I have got nothing to lose. You're not going to treat me that way. It's just like spitting in their face. There's so much people can take, and then they get fed up with it. This guy, to me, if I was a civil, if I had to weigh this on 100% where the blame was, I give 70 to 75% the cop's fault, and maybe 25 to 30% his fault. He could have handled it better, but he didn't deserve what he got, in my opinion.
No! Please! Please, can you just go tell him to stop? No!
And there's 2 males and a female over there, and female is pretty much ineffective, like normal. So they have to pull another male off, so now he can't control the female wife, so she comes over there. But Rick, women are just, whatever.
So wrong. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. That is so wrong.
Please stop. Please
Stop it. They didn't do anything. They were just here eating.
Please stop.
So the guy's yelling, I didn't do anything. This guy's jumping on top of him. He's yelling, I didn't do anything. Well, he may have not done anything for how it started, but now he's fighting. I mean, if a cop, once they say you're under arrest, they put your hands on you, you're gonna go to jail. It's just whether you're gonna go to jail for wrongly what they're trying to arrest you for, or whether you're gonna give them something they can win by fighting with them. This guy gives him another charge, and he's fighting with him, and he's yelling, I didn't do anything. That doesn't matter now. You know? Cop just yelled, he grabbed my taser. I thought they were going to shoot him. If they'd have shot this guy, this would have been absolutely everybody, all the cops would have been 100% wrong. They've already escalated it way past what it should have been. This was a simple, maybe a trespass. These guys wanted to leave. They wanted a name. They were a little loud, and it was totally handled inappropriate by the cops.
Don't use words like that.
They're gonna act like they're gonna shoot him for eating pancakes at the Ihop.
Right now.
Are y'all gonna shoot him? Are y'all gonna shoot him for eating pancakes at the Ihop?
So now the lady with the camera is asking if they're going to shoot him for eating pancakes. This has nothing to do with eating pancakes. This has to do with behavior. It's not about the pancakes, it's not about the IHOP, and it's not about the color. It is about behavior. Behavior of the government thugs and the people interacting with the government thugs.
Y'all gonna shoot him?
No, please put a handcuff on him. Let him handcuff him, sir.
Why you
Please.
see how all this is?
Back up.
I ain't doing that.
Nardo!
Stop.
Nardo! Nardo!
Stomach.
Nardo, stop! Stop it!
Okay, you saw the punch? That was frustration by this cop because this guy was not so much passively resisting, but he wasn't actively fighting. He was just keeping his arms to where you ain't put my arms behind your back. Now let's see how bad you are. You got 4 cops. You want to put your hands on me. Guess what? You're still punks because you can't get my hand behind my back. You've tasered me, and now you're going to punch me in the face because you're frustrated. I'm not sure that punch was authorized. Of course, it's going to be authorized. There's going to be some use of force expert saying, well, during the heat of the battle, the suspect was obviously resisting and could have grabbed a gun. He already tried to grab the officer's tasers. He was a danger to the officers, and the officers, in fear of their safety, had to do some distracting blows, and that punch was just merely to distract him so they could try and get his hands behind his back. I've been there and done that. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's bullshit. This is bullshit, in my opinion.
Back up.
I ain't doing that.
Nardo!
You're still
Nardo!
Shaking me.
Nardo! Stop!
You're still there.
Why you shaking me?
Stop! Stop it! Stop! Don't hit him! Don't hit him!
Fucking hit him! Don't fucking hit him! Don't fucking hit him!
Don't hit him!
Is she hanging on to his shoelace? Is that how she's helping? Rick, you can't say that.
Please
Whatever.
don't hit him!
I'm gonna record this shit.
I'm recording
Don't
it!
hit him!
I'm recording the whole
Lawsuit!
game!
Lawsuit!
Don't hit him. Don't hit him.
Lawsuit!
Don't hit him anymore.
Lawsuit!
Hey, I can't breathe, man.
Don't hit him. You
can't breathe.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't
So now everybody starts yelling, I can't breathe.
breathe!
Don't
I
hit him.
can't breathe! I 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 can't breathe!
No need to use force.
Brown pancakes matter. No pancakes were harmed in this video.
Nardo, that wasn't even called for.
Right?
That's
Punching
the
her in
abuse
the
of power.
face.
That was not even called
Punching
for.
him in the
She's right. It wasn't called for. It was BS. I agree with her.
face.
That was
I got it on tape! I got it on tape!
For what?
On the fucking floor, you're punching him in the face!
That's my husband. This is wallet. Okay, can I get his wallet though with his credit card in there? She said I can't.
That's kind of funny. They just beat the hell out of your husband. That's my husband. They tased him. They punched him in the face. And now, can I get his wallet? Because his credit card's in there. What the?
I just don't want y'all to shoot him.
I'm not shooting anybody.
Please, you just punched him.
Of course, because
You
he kept
just
resisting. He
punched
kept trying to
him.
grab my
And
gun.
you can punch
He
him.
did not go near your gun!
Get
That
inside.
is a lie! That is a lie!
Punched him and tased.
Putting him inside is absolutely uncalled for. He pushed that woman inside for no reason. He could have walked away and went to the cops. They're in a public place. They're far enough from the scene to where they're not interfering. He again put his hands on this woman. I hope the defense attorney watches this tape closely and catches all that.
Liz.
Punched him and tasered him. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
So he pushes them in, shuts the door, and then walks away. What was the purpose of pushing them in? Did they need to be in? No. Did he need to hold the door and make them stay in to show how powerful he was? Yes. Was that ego? Yes. Was it necessary? Was it good government use of government power? Absolutely not. Bullshit.
Let's go home. Let's go home.
No, I want to see what they're going to do to him.
But
I
why
want to
did
see
y'all
what they're
do
going
that
to do to him.
Ma'am, go back inside.
That's my husband.
Go back inside.
This is a big parking lot. There's no reason they have to be inside. Absolutely no reason. They are not anywhere near this guy with 5 cops who's handcuffed. When they want you inside, they don't want you filming. I would not be inside.
That's my husband.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
I just want to keep recording.
That's fine. It's not an interrupted investigation. You understand?
Now, we'll take care of this later. You can have our video. You can take care of this later. Don't get. He's gonna need you.
Stay inside, but now I'm going to walk away. It's important that you stay inside when I'm right there telling you, but when I walk away, it's not that important.
He's gonna need you. Okay, he's gonna need you though. He's gonna need you. Okay? Here. Right. Oh, okay. It might as well be in the phone. He's gonna need you. Let's go. I gotta get my phone so I can record.
7 cops to arrest 1 man because he didn't like his pancakes and they wanted the server's name, so they wanted him charged with trespassing and removed from the store. Man, it's a good thing we have government. If we only had more government, we would be safer.
I'm recording. I've been recording the whole fucking thing.
No, get your number.
Notice all the people walking out of the store? That's not a problem. A few minutes ago it was a problem when the guy pushed her in and shut the door on her. Now it's not a problem. What changed? The ego cop left. That's what changed.
That's okay. We see them. Okay. That is so messed up. Come on, let's go.
Looking like 100 cops just for eating pancakes. For eating fucking pancakes.
It's not for eating pancakes, people. In case some of you are confused. I might have a few liberals watching. They'll be like, see? Just for eating pancakes. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can I get my phone, sir? Can I get my phone out my car?
Come on, Leah.
I have no way to continue.
Until everything's secure, we will allow you to do that. Right now,
You can watch me go to my car.
and not right now. Not right now. Okay?
You don't ask for permission. You walk out to your damn car and let them grab you and arrest you.
I don't want to go, Tori. I want to keep recording this.
Well, we're just going to be in a car. They won't let me. Can I come out?
Yeah, you got the right to come out. Take a seat right there if you like.
Oh, so now she can come out. But a few minutes ago she couldn't. What's up with that?
I'm going to tell you right now, don't say anything. Just let us do the investigation. We've got detectives here. We have a sergeant here. They're gonna
I
take
was
care
trying
of
to calm
everything.
him down for y'all. Y'all go. The man hit me. He hit me, and I was trying to calm him down.
Thank you for telling me that. And we've got more charges. Go ahead and take a seat for me.
Did he just say thanks for telling me that there's more charges? Let me say that again.
The man hit me. He hit me, and I was trying to calm him down.
Thank you for telling me that. And we've got more charges. Go ahead and take a seat for me.
Thanks for telling me that. Now we have more charges. Don't talk to the cops.
Not her husband. One of y'all hit her.
Y'all
And
hit
I have
me.
it recorded.
Exactly. That's what she was saying. She was hit by the cops. But he just said, and his statement's going to say, she told me, I quote, he hit me and I was trying to protect you or talk to him. That's what he's going to quote her, and it's going to sound like she was talking about him. So most people are going to be like, well, that's reasonable that the cop believed that, even though it was just corrected by this other woman and it's not true and he knows it's not true. That's not how it's going to be written up in a report. I guarantee you.
Y'all hit me because I was trying to help my husband.
I don't know the entire situation.
Y'all hit.
Oh, now he's not saying, oh, thanks for that. That'll be more charges. Isn't that funny? When she said it was her husband, he's all ready to charge. But now that it was the cops that hit her, now I don't want to hear it.
Me. Everything is recorded.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Everything is recorded.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Y'all want another lawsuit? Aren't y'all tired of getting sued?
Got hurt for hurt.
Y'all want another lawsuit? Aren't y'all tired of getting sued? Look, cops aren't tired of getting sued because we don't have to do anything. We got free legal advice. The city attorney, the county attorney is going to protect us. We don't have to go. We don't care if we get. What do I care if I get sued when I'm a cop? I got limited immunity. You can sue me. You ain't going to get nothing. Ain't no cop ever lost his house. Ain't no cop ever lost his pension. I pay into it as my pension, just like it's your pension. So, I mean, people want to make all these threats and think that they mean something, and they don't. I'm telling you, cops don't care if you sue them. I don't care. I know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm following the law. You can sue me left and right. I don't give a shit. You ain't gonna win, and you ain't getting nothing from me for sure. Now, if the agency wants to pay you off, I don't care. I can't control that. But you ain't getting nothing from me.
Out for no reason. That's why your back is hurt.
Please go. Are you involved in this?
I'm involved as a citizen. You guys abuse a poor man.
We don't know the entire situation.
I do.
Newsflash, cop. It's a public parking lot. They don't have to leave. It doesn't matter whether they're involved or not. Mr. Tyrannical bootleg jackhammer cop.
I've been here the whole night.
We'll take your information. We'll take it over.
Yep. And I'll testify against all of y'all.
Nardo, just be quiet.
blood.
You black, Nardo, you know what they want to do. Just be quiet. Just be quiet, baby. Just be quiet.
You're about to get paid, bro.
Yeah, this
Just be
it's
quiet.
Okay.
Just be quiet.
They hit me, so don't worry about it. It's all on camera. They put
Telling your husband who's already upset that they hit you when he was upset when they were yelling at you probably isn't a good move.
their hands
I'll
on
be
me.
there.
Y'all put y'all hands
Okay.
on me.
I
Y'all
understand.
know this a lawsuit, right? Y'all know this.
It's not at
You
all.
push me.
Okay. Are you gonna let me finish?
You push me.
Okay, I told you to get back multiple times. What'd
Okay.
you do? You try to get in on it.
Okay.
Okay.
No, no,
It's
no.
on camera. I got it. It's
yeah,
okay.
it's on camera
I
that
got
I was
you.
trying to protect y'all.
I got
I was
you.
trying to tell him to be
Okay,
quiet.
and I said get back, and you didn't. That's why I
was
made you
telling
get
him.
back. Okay.
I was still. You told me.
So now, if I can find a reason to arrest you when you lawsuit me, I can say you only filed a lawsuit because I arrested you, because you committed a crime. That's where they get you, people. If you commit crimes like this guy fighting with him, it doesn't matter whether he was right at the start. He's going to lose on this, and they're going to use that against him.
Me to be quiet, like I couldn't even say anything. I was trying to calm him down.
Okay, it's not going to work. If a taser didn't work, guess what else is not going to work?
But
Your
by
words.
this time, you.
Okay, look. You're talking right now. You're egging him on.
What's your
That's
name,
only going
sir?
to make it work.
No,
Officer
I-
Mac,
that's
badge
my
35.
She's not egging him on. She's not egging him on at all.
I've been with him 20 years. I know what that doesn't
Okay.
egg him on.
Okay.
What's your name again?
Officer Mac, MAACK, badge 3559, Marietta Police Department. Okay? What you're doing right now is not going to help the situation at all.
35959.
3559.
That's your number?
My badge number, yes.
Badge number, okay.
Why don't you just let him go?
You can't do that.
They don't have to.
What did he do? What did he do? What did he charge you?
This is an ongoing investigation. That's all there is to it.
Right.
They're going to charge him with assault on a police officer. They're going to charge him with resisting arrest. They're going to charge him with disorderly conduct. They're going to charge him with trespassing. They're going to throw everything at the book and see what sticks and see if he'll take a plea deal. Because if he pleads guilty to littering, then they're all cleared on everything else because he pled guilty.
Write Coleman down too.
I did. I got him down, Coleman.
Badge
Because
3563.
he's the one of them pushed me, and I wasn't doing anything.
with the gentleman?
That's my husband. And they pushed me. Like, y'all don't know what y'all just did. Like, y'all pushed, like, aren't y'all tired of doing this to black men? Like,
So now the color comes out, and I've been saying from the jump street, this is not a color issue. This is a behavior issue that the left always wants to throw in color. Because when nothing else sticks, we'll just throw in color.
y'all should be tired of this.
Come over here so I can ask you what
You
happened.
can ask me right here. Good day. She got everything on camera.
That's fine. I have cameras
She
on
got
too. We
everything
all
on
have cameras on.
No, you don't have cameras
No,
that
they have
happen in
cameras
here.
inside the building, sir.
You don't have cameras that happen in here. They reported it. They punched him. They punched him like this in the face. He did not hit them.
And he was down.
They should have just
That's
talked
what
to
I
him.
want to talk about. Is talk about the whole incident.
Okay, you can talk to me right here. I'm okay with them hearing me.
Okay, but
Because I
need to
witnessed
get
the whole
everybody's
thing
statement.
too.
So I need to do it separately.
Okay,
I
that's
need to
I'm
get
right.
everybody's statement.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, but I'd rather sit down. I
That's
gotta
perfectly fine. But then we just need to move. I am.
Okay.
I just need to get sure. We'll give you
Yeah,
all of
talk
our
to the
badge numbers
sergeant.
and all that stuff. Okay. But what I'm saying is I need to ask everybody what happened separately. So that it's everybody's statement, not just one collective statement. Does that make sense?
for this.
Now, he is being reasonable. You don't want to, if you get in a mob mentality, then you have this camera lady popping in that it was about pancakes, and you have everyone else popping in. So what he's doing now is the sergeant's being reasonable, and he's trying to get a statement from him individually.
Does that make
They
sense?
called
The man eating
They
pancakes.
didn't call SWAT, ma'am. I'm just assigned to it. If you guys would just stand over there and I'll talk to her first. Is that okay? Does he have any medical history that they need to know about? Because they're medics. Can you tell them over here?
As far as I know, he hasn't been to the doctor and he's going, so. I can't believe they did that to him. I can't believe it. I mean, I just can't believe y'all did that to him.
So, sister.
Okay, well, don't holler at me like
I need to do it separately.
Now, I actually feel sorry, and I know somebody's going to be giving me shit for this lady. Because she from the jump street, she was like the voice of reason, and it just went to shit. So anyway, you can be the judge of it. You can say I'm too easy, and I'm a bleeding heart, and I don't like cops. Whatever. I think this is an unfortunate bullshit situation that the cops escalated when it didn't need to be this way. So that's my opinion, and you can hate me and tell me how I'm wrong in the comments. Well, in that there.